What is up, Kaiju fans and Kaiju friends? This is Phil, the Kaiju King, coming from my collection room here. And today is May 9th, and I will be going over my birthday presents that my wonderful girlfriend, Sue Ellen, got me. They are customs from Mark Seng Yang, and they are awesome. And I love her very much. I love you, baby. I will love you forever and ever. You're awesome. You understand what I do here. You support it. It's great. It's awesome. Just absolutely wonderful. Couldn't ask for a better partner in my life. I love you. All right. I will bring up the first one, which would be the Dorat from 1991, Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. It is in 30 centimeter scale. And I will bring up a size comparison kind of to see how big it is. Here is the Dorat, made by Mark. This movie I enjoyed the movie. The craziest part of it was this adorable little thing became King Ghidorah. It was just funny, but when I first watched the movie and I seen there was 3 of these and what they looked like, I thought those are going to be King Ghidorah somehow. That's the first thing that went through my mind, because they were colored like Ghidorah. They had wings and no arms like Ghidorah. There was 3 of them. Ghidorah has 3 heads, so you kind of 1 + 1 is 2 on there, but it was just weird to believe that these cute little innocent looking things would become King Ghidorah, but that's what happened. And the reason I got this was I just wanted something from that movie unique as a custom, and this was really the first thing I thought of was one of these. I know Mark told me he had issues after I opened it. He had some issues with the wings, but I think it looks fine. He did a good job. He really did the face really well, I thought. And the hair was green, of course, like in the movie. Really nice. But yeah, it's just weird to believe that this little creature became the great demon dragon, King Ghidorah. It was just crazy to think that. And the movie's good. I like the movie. I like how, well, it was kind of weird though, in a way, that there was a switch back and forth, that Ghidorah first was bad, and Godzilla was the perpetrator, so to speak, and then it rolled reversed, and Godzilla was kind of antagonist, I should say. He really wasn't, he was just there, and he was doing what he wanted to do, and Ghidorah was truly the enemy, and it was kind of cool. They brought in time travel and all that, and the future humans, I guess, came back and told them to go into the past and find the origin of Godzilla, and if you remove the origin, you remove Godzilla, and that's what they ended up doing in the movie. But then the future humans took the 3 Dorats back into time with them, and the girl left them there, but she thought their intentions were different than what it ended up being in the movie. So it was an interesting way they've done it. They removed, in essence, they removed Godzilla from the future and placed King Ghidorah in his place by putting the Dorats on the island and letting the nuclear radiation create Ghidorah. It was kind of a cool aspect of how they've done it, I thought. But then Godzilla defeats Ghidorah and keeps going on his reign of terror, and so then they take the remnants of Ghidorah and make Mecha King Ghidorah, which X Plus will be giving us that, I guess, later in the year, which will be interesting. But yeah, when I thought of something custom from this movie that I wanted. This was the first thing I thought of was the Dorat. I mean, it just made sense to me to do the Dorat, so. I will bring up a couple of size comparisons now with the Dorat. Godzilla 91, of course. I forgot to grab him on the shelf. The Sakai X Plus. There we go. This is the quintessential Godzilla figure in a lot of people's opinion. And I do not deny it is a beautiful figure. Nicely done. And since it's from the same movie, I figured I'd bring him up and show a size comparison, because I wanted the Dorat to be around 30 centimeters in height, so he's pretty close, in my opinion. And I will bring up a Ghidorah here. It will be GMK Ghidorah. I got him down here. Oops, his tail always comes off. The magnetic tail. Okay, here we go. There we go. You can see it's a pretty big rendition of a Dorat. It was just something I figured would be unique and would represent that film, the 1991 film. It was really the first thing I thought of, other than maybe something to do with Mecha King Ghidorah, but really was the first thing I thought I better try to get my collection from that film. And when my girlfriend asked me what I wanted for my birthday, this was one of the ideas. I gave her several, but this and the other birthday present were two of the ideas I gave her that I thought I would want to add to my collection. Now I will bring up the other piece that I got for my birthday. This would be Sleeping Godzilla 1966 from the movie Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. Mark made this nice base to go with him. It's pretty nice, pretty awesome actually. Godzilla fits on here just like so. And as you can see, he is sleeping. I will bring the camera closer at the end to show this off. But he is sleeping. Like in the movie, it portrays that scene when he was trying to take an afternoon cat nap, and between the giant condor and the red bamboos air artillery, Godzilla couldn't catch a break. They're trying to take a little nap. The cool thing about this scene is this movie was originally meant for the Kong, the Toho Kong, and I guess because of the rights and everything, they couldn't get Kong into the film, so Godzilla was a last-minute replacement. But you can tell in scenes in the movie that the writing was meant for Kong, especially this scene, because with Dio was cowering and scared to death of Godzilla, and Godzilla really just wasn't in no threat to her. He was just doing what he does, and he was decided to try to take an afternoon nap, and she tried to get away and escape, and the condor must have seen her and was swooping in, and she screamed and woke Godzilla up, and it went from there. But it was just cool how he was trying to get a nap in, and then after he defeated the condor, he put his finger by his nose and was looking at her like, I've got this. So it was just cool, that movie. It was a fun movie too. Another movie where it wasn't in an urban area, it was on an island. And it's a good movie, good film. I enjoyed it. Now we'll bring up some size stuff here in a minute. And I got to grab Ibra because I forgot to grab him off my shelf. So let me move this over. I will. This base is really awesome too. I can use it for multiple things. Also, I didn't know Dr. Mark told me, but right here on the base, he put a tiny Dio figure. It's really tiny, but she's sculpted in there up against the rock like in the movie. It's really, really tiny, but it is there. And I didn't even notice it at first, and Mark told me it was there, so I thought that was really cool. But I will grab Ibra, and I got some other size comparisons as well. Maybe set this like this. And here is Ibra, 30 centimeter, recently released. And I think they scale well. Let me put the base there. With Godzilla, of course, hunching and taking a nap there. But I think they would scale really well. He was in normal upward stance fighting position. They look rather well together, I think. Okay. Now I will bring up, for size comparison's sake, Mothra 64, which there really isn't a Mothra from that movie, so that, to me this was the closest one rendition that they would have used in the film. At the end, Mothra wakes up and goes and saves all the people off the island, which is going to blow up from a nuclear explosion underground. They look good together. Few more size comparisons with him. We'll bring up Gigan 72. This is the 30 centimeter X Plus. This Gigan is small in my opinion. He should have been about an inch taller probably. I would say at least an inch taller. This base is really cool. I will do some stuff with the base here as well in a minute. It was good together though. Here's Calm 2017 Skull Island. Star Ace X Plus Calm, the standard. G84, Godzilla 84, 30 centimeter. The base here is really nicely done for the 66, and I'll show you why. It's just, I already said I can use it for multiple things, and I think some of my other figures will look really good on it. Looks really cool, I think. Bring these guys back up as a reference for this base can be used for just about anything. I originally, you know, I said I wanted the 66 Sleeping Godzilla, but I never said nothing about the base. It was cool that Mark went ahead and did the base. It was really neat that he did that. So I just wanted the Godzilla, the Sleeping Godzilla. So it's really neat that he did that. Put Kong on here too. I can use this base for multiple things, but it'll mostly stay here in my basement, I guess, with my the 66 on the shelf. So, but yeah, that base is really neat. I could also see me using it in dioramas and stuff, but it's really cool though. These two customs are really cool. I love them. I'm glad I got them. And it was a good birthday to say the least. I want to thank Mark for his work on them. Did a good job, in my opinion. And I want to thank my wonderful girlfriend, Sue Ellen, for the gifts. They're awesome. And they're perfect in my opinion, and I love them, and they're unique, and that's why I wanted them. That's why I asked for them, because the uniqueness of them. When I go for a sculpt, it's always something custom and unique from the movie that portrays a scene in the movie or whatever, and that's why I get these. Well, that's why I choose the ones I choose, and why I love them so much, because when I look at them, they take me back to those scenes in the movie, that the reason I wanted it that way and the reason I ordered it that way, and Mark usually delivers it just exactly the way you want it, so it's really awesome. I will go ahead and bring the camera closer here momentarily and show these off a little better, and I want to thank everyone for watching, and this is Phil, the Kaiju King from Cincinnati, and I appreciate everyone, and I'll talk to you next time.